Bizarre Brain Comics.
Oh, hey, Mr. Bones, you're in my chair. Come on, Mr. Bones. Mr. Bones, Mr. Bones. Come on, Mr. Bones. Yeah, there you are. Mr. Bones, he's a glory hound. Well, hello. Gary here for Bizarre Brain Comics. And this is where I like to take a look at some older comics, talk about the characters and creators, and then kind of examine the stories and the art. And we're coming up on Halloween season, spooky season, yeah. So, hey, might as well start it off with a few laughs, huh? And that's why, this time, we're going to be looking at this little book right here. Creepsville, number 5 from 1991, published by Go-Go Comics. And let's see what little bit of the Big Book of Knowledge has to say about that. Oh, I think I passed it. Yeah, there it is. Creepsville, number 5, 1991, by Franklin J. Kurtz. And it's an independent comic from Go-Go Comics. It's a humor title featuring movie spoofs and satire. It's written by, that is, primarily science fiction and horror movie spoofs. It was written and drawn by Frank Kurtz. And it's takes place in the town of Creepsville. And it's about the lives of a family. It's the parents, the 3 kids, and their friends with weird science fiction and horror adventures. And it's very classic science fiction and horror adventures. Stuff right out of the 50s and 60s. And it's a lot of fun. And wish I could like to get my hands on some of the other issues. We've got a few of them. So, let's go to join the kids from Creepsville. Betty, Rat, Specs, and their friends in Creepsville. Okay, here we have the cover to Creepsville number 5. And of course the cover is by Frank Kurtz. And he does the interior art and did the cover here. And he did, Frank Kurtz, yeah, he did this cover and the interior. But the first issues, the covers were not drawn by him. Had these great full color paintings by I don't know who did this one. And this one here is number 1. That was done by Dave Dorkin, I think is what his name was. And then on the back, boom. There's another great painting. This is advertising stuff for the Universal Monsters. There's a great painting there. And then on the back of these, some other stuff. This Island Earth poster, Universal Studios Classics. Some great stuff. And then, but in this adventure, like, and these are of a science fiction nature, and these, and this one, of course, this is about Halloween Town, and it's Halloween, so that's why we're going with that one. And Frank Kurtz, who's the creator of this stuff, is he's a filmmaker and editor and creator of Creepsville comic book, and this title was published first by Go-Go Comics, and later self-published later issues under Laughing Reindeer Press. I have one issue from that. And then using the name of Joseph Kurtz, he co-wrote and co-directed the horror movie Carnivore, which I've heard of but I've never seen before. And in the mid-90s, he was the managing editor of the comics-related magazine Hero Illustrated. I've seen that too. And later on, the Roswell UFO Encyclopedia magazine. And still later, he was a writer for CinemaScape Online magazine and Monster Scene magazine. Oh, I've seen all of those at one time or another. And it had some interesting stuff. Now, when I the first time I saw this book, which of course was issue number 1, of course, this beautiful cover illustration is what caught my attention and got me to pick it up before I saw the art, the interior art, and I, to be perfectly honest, had I had first seen a cover drawn by Kurtz like this, I might not have picked it up and initially been turned off by the interior art. That's to say, initially. But this got me to pick it up, and then I looked into it, and it was, and I liked it. I never saw issue 2, but got issue 3, and then issue 5. And it's a fun book, and the artwork, interior artwork, is, of course, it's kind of uniquely styled. In the first issue, though, here, he's a little. That's the third issue. Even in there, while his unique stylization, his art was a little bit closer to Archie. It's pulled some inspiration from Archie, but it grew away just a little bit, slightly more personal stylization, and obviously the main female character is the teenage girl Betty, and she, as you can see, both inside and especially on the cover, you can see she was inspired a lot from Betty Page, which makes sense. And even inside, she was drawn a somewhat Archie style, and really Betty Page inspired, but drawn extremely in an extremely sexy manner. But kind of toned that down just a little bit as his own style took over. I'll take a little look here. It says Halloween Land. Okay, so. And as you can see, it gets some, well, very stylized, some very detailed in the background, and sometimes downright very realistic. And we start off, it's Halloween night. Mom and Dad have to go someplace, and the teenage kids have to watch the boy Rat and his friend Percy, who is always seen as this gorilla alien from that old science fiction movie, the title of which escapes me at the moment. And because they're going to go out trick-or-treating, and the kids want to go to a party. So they're trying to hustle through the stuff. And of course, Rat is called Rat because he is a rat, and he's a troublemaker, and he's always getting everyone into trouble. And that follows through here, too. Go trick-or-treating. Now they want to go to this old haunted house place, the Morlock house. And they creep in. The older kids are trying to stop him. He creeps in. He causes a nuisance, smashes something, finds an old book, and starts reading from it. And it's got some kind of spells, and poof! Poof. Now, you can see the exaggeration. And it's very, very nice visual storytelling. You can easily see what's going on. And it's some nicely stylized work, and it's very, very professional. More so here than in the earlier issues. And here, accidentally tells has a cast a spell. Poof! Out comes this nightmare is Evil Jack, Jack-o'-lantern head, and poof! These others, this vampire bat and this evil spook and angel of death and this evil clown, yeah, and they take off. They're going to terrorize the town. Meanwhile, the old man who owns the place, who no one even knew even lived there, says they've caused some problems. They're going to take over the town, and evil land, Halloween land, is going to bleed through, and they're going to try to kill everyone. But it has to be stopped. Some of you have to go into evil Halloween land and find these things to cast a spell. Here's a list of the items. Go get it. And see here. Oh, I really like this one. This is when they're in Halloween land. You can see this looks like the Krang right here. Werewolf. Every house is a haunted house. And go through the doorway. And the doorway is right in the middle of the street. It's just a door. While the others have to go and try to distract the evil Halloween people, from hurting people. So they're constantly distracting them. They can't be... Now, the Halloween people can't kill them until the very last, because they're the ones who brought them in. They caused the problems, so they can't seriously injure them. So they're relatively safe while they're trying to save everyone else. Well, they're running around, and it's funny. There's in Halloween land. They got to get the mummy's wrapping. Attacked by the mummy. Grabs the little piece of the wrapping, and smacks him with the torch. Goes up in flames. Poof! Ash, dust. Ooh. On and on and on. Distraction. More. Lots of little detail in here. And it's good. It's funny. I mean, it's not necessarily ha-ha funny, but it's chuckle funny. And it's plot driven. They have a bunch of unique characters, and everyone's scared to death all the time. They got to get the scale from a gargoyle. Look at all the detail in that wall, all the bricks, all the stones. And I like the storytelling here. They've managed to shatter the gargoyle, get a scale before he reassembles and goes back. And they're racing through Halloween land. They got the scale. Now they got to get the witch's thing, the straw from a witch's broom. Now, how do they find? This has all got to be before midnight. There we got 4 Universal monsters. All before midnight. Meanwhile, all hell is being raised in Creepsville, and they're trying to find a witch. Found the witch, running out of time. There's the witch. Oh, they got to distract the witch. Oh, she's something. She looks like a tree. Distract the witch. Run, scared, but to get the broom and run. Get away from her. We'll throw water on her and she'll melt like the Wizard of Oz. Nope, that don't work. She grows and she gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Just as they're about to about to get caught. Get through the doorway. Boom. Yeah. Almost there. They're finally through to safety. Now back in Creepsville. Oh, they got to cast a spell. They cast a spell at the last possible minute, and poof. Oh, crap. Drat. They found that spell book. Back we go. And whoosh, then they're back. Oh, what a relief. And then say, whew, I'm glad. There's the old man Morlock. Glad that's over. Hooray! Oh, there's just one more thing, and then boo, scares the crap out of him. He must be a ghost too. Happy Halloween, kiddies. And then coming next issue, which I've never seen, another thing from another world. With all this parody. Oh, it's sheer fun. Making fun of some of the old spooky horror movies. And it's more obvious to the science fiction. It even came with character cards inserted. Because this was all these little aliens. This is like from The Invaders. And I've forgotten the actual movie. Invasion from Mars, or whatever the heck the title of it was. And this is where Percy is introduced. And then here is Forgotten Valley of Lost Dinosaurs. And it's obviously a play on the old dinosaur movies. Like Land of the Lost, Land of Time Forgot, and When Dinosaurs Ruled the Earth, 1 million years BC, and all those, and all that stuff. Because they find a valley, find a tunnel through a mountain, which takes them through time to a valley filled with dinosaurs. All funny stuff. Parody. Parody. And it's a lot of fun. And I like it. So I think the guy did a good job, because the story is well crafted, and he obviously put a lot of effort into the artwork. And I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed all these books. So thank you for joining me as we head into the spooky month for Halloween with Creepsville. Thanks for joining me in Creepsville. Please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. And remember, comics are art.